like it's streaming. Let me check it here. Interesting. Have cat will travel. This is just a test stream. We're just kind of testing out everything here, getting ready. So my intro that goes out, plays the music and everything else, and then we come into just like a window. We got just regular video. We got that screens. So I guess if you show up, then I guess I can go over some things here if you are gonna have one person watching. Okay, well that's fine. I have a cat. This is more of a test video, test streaming. I haven't done anything streaming wise yet. Getting it all set up and running for the channel. There are some things to kind of go over here, just kind of like, I hate going over Star Wars because I'm continually disappointed by Star Wars, and continually, you know, information that comes out just constantly shows me that they don't really care about us. They don't really care about, you know, the fans or anything else. I talked to my friend who works at Disney, who actually did some stuff on Solo and things like that, and he basically said, well, The Last Jedi made over $1 billion, so it's a success. It's done. It's over. You know, we've lost, right? So that's it. As long as the movies keep making any kind of money, then, you know, we're done for. I mean, there's no coming back from that. So, I mean, the only way we can talk to them, right, is through money. They don't care about, you know, our thoughts for plotline. They don't care about our thoughts for anything, right? I mean, and even here now, you know, this article here says Star Wars Episode 9 release date, cast, plot, everything we need to know, and it just seems like they're throwing everything into it. I mean, they're bringing back the whole cast. They're bringing back, you know, throwing any kind of character they can into it. They're dragging, you know, Carrie Fisher footage from the first two movies into it. They're doing everything that they can to try and get interest in the film. And I mean, The Force Awakens, yeah, it was, I mean, it was the guideline, the overarching plot, right, was just, the framework was kind of pulled from the original Star Wars film. And the cat wants to go out. There you go. So the framework was pulled from the original Star Wars film. You have, you know, a semi-abandoned person on a desert planet. They go do some things. They have to get on the Millennium Falcon. Then they go to a bar, and then they go, you know, try and have to destroy some large, menacing weapon. Okay, well, that's the basic description of A New Hope. I mean, that's, you know, that's it. That's 100% what it is. So, I mean, my son and I just talked about this whole thing all the way from start to finish, you know, on the drive home. Okay, this is what it is. This is why it is. This is how it is. You know, that's all they did. Now, whether that was to reintroduce everyone to the new characters and do something safe in the very first film, okay, I can get that. Do something safe in the first film. Do something that, you know, everybody can identify with. You know, okay, I can get it. I can kind of get behind that. Then, you know, everybody knows the destruction, basically, of Star Wars fandom. Not destruction of Star Wars as a profitable property, because it did make, you know, like I said, it made $1 billion, so Disney doesn't see a problem. And anytime I bring it up with anyone who works at Disney, they're like, I don't know, it made money, so, you know, it had to be good. No, just the two don't correlate, right? The two aren't the same. They don't, you know, that doesn't register. Just because something makes money doesn't mean that I'm going to think that it's good. So, I mean, here we're still throwing in, you know, J.J. Abrams always brings this guy onto all of his movies, whatever. So they're jumping ahead in time, of course, because they themselves know that they need to move as far forward in the plot as they can get away from The Last Jedi to get all these people to come back and potentially like the film. If potentially. So they're, you know, throwing pretty much everybody into it. If we look at another one, these are all the, you know, rumored characters. Of course, we got Mark Hamill coming back. There's the Hutts possibly coming back. I mean, you know, this DJ character who I thought was horrible. You know, just anyone and every, Snoke possibly coming back. You know, going to Naboo again. You know what? We're making everybody Force sensitive, so suddenly, boom, everybody's got the Force because the Force is pointless and there's no sense in genealogy or timelines or anything else like that, you know, or, you know, who we are or what we are. There's none of that. It doesn't matter, whatever. You know, we can just, you know, throw anything we want in there because everybody's Force sensitive. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be part of the Skywalker line or anything else, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, we got Kerry Russell coming in, even Billy Dee Williams. I don't know how they're going to handle that after the Solo movie. I always want to call it Han Solo. I don't really care about it. It's that movie in itself just made me hate anything to do with the Millennium Falcon, right? I mean, just, oh, that's why the Millennium Falcon's that way? Well, now I hate it. So there you go. Good job, Disney. Way to go. Bringing Han Solo alive somehow in another alternative dimension, making Han Solo a Force ghost, whatever you want to do. Bringing Yoda back as well. I mean, we're just throwing everybody. You know that kitchen sink was in that, so we got to bring that kitchen sink forward, you know, to ourselves. Stuff. Just no, I'm not up for it. I'm not into it. I don't. You know, I can see the Rey parents thing being flipped around because that was kind of done to, again, another repetition from the original movies. Luke's parents' real parentage was hidden from him until, you know, a certain point in the movie to protect it. In The Last Jedi, she was just lied to about her parents, basically. So now they're going to be, who knows, maybe it's going to be Han Solo actually and stuff, I don't know, from way back when. Who knows? Who knows? It becomes pointless if she's not a Skywalker in some fashion. And not doing that just makes it pointless. So, and then of course they're saying, well, are we done at episode? Oh, here's the big one. We really need people to come, so we're going to take the most favorite character that everybody has, Darth Vader, and bring him back somehow. I don't know if they're would actually bring him back or just have, you know, flashbacks with him in it, which is just, again, complete and total and absolute pandering, trying to do anything they can to get people to go see it. Will this film make, you know, the $1 billion? I probably, and that's the sad part. I mean, some people, the casual fans out there, are going to go see it, and that's the real problem, is that casual fans go and see these films. So these films are no longer made for real fans at all. I mean, they've stepped completely away from anybody who is really a hardcore fan of Star Wars and the original Star Wars. And even since the prequels, I mean, I can kind of cut off the very first prequel, but the storyline and everything with, you know, everything moving and leading up to Darth Vader standing up in the last one of the prequels. I mean, that's some of the themes and everything behind that in the storyline was epic. I mean, you can say what you want about the acting or anything else, but the storyline of how Anakin was manipulated and the story of, you know, being able to bring someone back, you know, after they've died and things like that, using the Force, just continuing that manipulation, slowly turning somebody around to bring them. I mean, that was just good writing. That was just good storytelling. Do we get that now? No, we don't get that now. We get repeats of things that people have already done, and we get garbage. So I don't know. I have no real. I mean, I guess I'll probably end up when 9 comes out. I'll probably end up, maybe if it's at the $3 theater. We have a theater here that's $3, $3.50. I'll give it $3 and see if it's any good. So that would be like 4 to 5 weeks after it's out in the theaters. So that's probably what I will be doing. I mean, unless you know, the true fans that I see and view on YouTube and everything else are completely panning it and explaining all the things wrong, then maybe I would even just skip it and wait till it's in some kind of streaming service or something, because we'll probably be maybe by then I would think the Disney streaming service would be out after this is out of the theaters, and then it would be playing on the Disney streaming service, and then I would watch it. I don't even know about, and it's going to be a toss-up for the Star Wars shows that are on the Disney streaming service. Do I really want to see those? Or are they going to take the writers from Star Trek Discovery after Star Trek Discovery goes off the air, which will probably be a short season 3, because from what I see from other YouTubers, because I do not watch the show anymore, after 3 or 4 episodes of the first season, I went, this is complete and total garbage, you know. And I guess that's the big thing nowadays, right? We can, with these streaming services, we can decide to or not to subscribe to them. And the streaming services also will know exactly how many people watch things and how long they watch them for, and be able to, you know, if a new Star Wars TV series comes out and it's horrible, they'll know that, well, everybody's turning it off after the first 20 minutes. So, you know, why are we doing this anymore, kind of thing, right? So as for the Star Wars Episode 9, I'm probably gonna skip it until the $3 theater, maybe just the streaming service. I don't know. They're trying to throw everything they can into it. I don't know. What I'm really more excited for right now is, of course, Avengers Endgame. Tickets are supposed to go on sale pretty soon. Like I said, look, it's 32 days. They have a countdown, 32 days. From what I'm hearing, there's not a lot of Captain Marvel in it, which is fine. The less, the better. I mean, I'll have to see. We're trying to get tickets to, and we have our badges and stuff from when we went to the Infinity War marathon. So we're going to be trying to do the same Endgame marathon at Disney's El Capitan Theater. That is not actually... so that's not right quite there. Oh, not theater. Not the mountain. The theater. So I keep checking here. I also have some other scripts and things that I run. Shh, don't tell anybody that I run hitting against the website, scouring the page, and looking for keywords and images and everything like that, so that I will know. It may be tomorrow that they're going on sale, or it may be April 2nd is the next day. So, but they're usually $100, you know, for the whole thing, for the multi-day event, because we saw a ton of movies. So I'm hoping, I mean, the new movies that are going to be there since we did this are Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel. So there were 12 films that we saw. So Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. I'm hoping they skip the Incredible Hulk, because that's probably my next least favorite film, because the graphics and stuff like that back then just weren't as good as they are now, right? It's just not, you know. Then they did Thor, Captain America: The First Avenger, then The Avengers, then Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Black Panther, then Avengers: Infinity War. So if they switch some movies out, I mean, they might. I guess they can drop the Hulk and add Ant-Man and the Wasp. But Ant-Man and the Wasp will have to be after Avengers: Infinity War, because that's kind of how it flows in their airing. So we'll have to see about that. But that's going to be pretty cool, being able to go to all those. What other one would I mean, the Hulk they could do without. You have to have Iron Man, I think, as the first one, because that's who is who started it all with, you know, Iron Man. So I don't know. Maybe they'll just play, you know, all of them and add the next two films. I don't know. It was 36 hours, and they give you little coupons for your meals and popcorn. We didn't eat all of it because how much popcorn can you have in 36 hours? It's not good to eat that much popcorn. So, but we did get in the Captain America: Civil War, they gave us these little medals, and one side is Captain America, and the other side is the little power source thing for Iron Man. So I don't know if we'll wear those or what we'll take with us, but I mean, it should be pretty exciting. We actually have some other people go. We explained what we did last time with the thing. We actually have some other people going with us, so that should be awesome to be able to do that. Guest stars, of course, there are guest stars throughout the thing. Tom Holland was there. He was probably one of the funnest ones, because he actually got he got there and he said, I haven't seen this since it was released, and so I'm gonna go out in the audience. And he went out in the audience and sat there and watched a good 2/3 of Spider-Man: Homecoming with everybody, and then there was kind of a lull in the film, and he waved goodbye and said thanks everybody and stuff. Really a great kid. I know people are comparing him to other Spider-Mans and stuff, but as far as his enthusiasm, and I think his care for the fans and his love of the fans, I don't think is matched by anybody else. I mean, he was just really awesome and personable. He's also done a lot of the get dressed in the Spider-Man outfit and go to watch kids and visit kids inside children's hospitals and stuff, which is just really awesome to see that. You know, he's obviously picking that up from like Chris Evans and stuff like that, and Chris Pratt. I mean, they do that a lot and get into, you know, costume and then go visit kids and stuff in hospitals that wouldn't be able to go and see them, just brighten their day, you know, just and do that. And that's one thing that I did make a video about it, that we don't see from Brie Larson, is she's not doing any of that. You know, she's doing it a little bit now that the film had been released. She was going to the studios, you know, and or the movie theaters and doing a few things, but yeah, nowhere else did we see anything. So we're also seeing that they now have the Omaze thing where you can buy tickets into a lottery to be able to get in to and go down the red carpet with everybody else in the Endgame premiere. So I think that would probably be like Tuesday or something the week before. Typically, it's 14 days left at this point, but you've got, of course, Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Denai Guerrera. So who's not on this list at all? Let's see. No, not Brie Larson, who has done it before. Robert Downey Jr., of course, has done these things before. I'm sure, and Chris Evans, I know, has done them before. But they really take quite a bit of time to support their charity work that really, you know, really hits their heart. And really, you know, I would want to only, you know, give and be able to support things that also support, you know, these charity organizations. I mean, we're going to May 15th, we're going to Acoustic for a Cure. So that's that's a charity thing, concert that's done every year for kids and stuff. So we like going to those kinds of things. Okay. So the other movie, of course, that I'm really looking forward to is John Wick. I mean, these are such fun movies. They're just fun to be around, fun to go and see. So let's see. So we do have. They only have a couple of images on here, which is they have the posters, of course, which is with the dogs and her with her dogs and stuff. Some of the other him with his pigeons. But I've been looking around, and they actually have gun shows that you can buy all the weapons and stuff from this that John Wick uses. So it's just incredible. I mean, I did a John Wick video the other day that just goes over. People get very, very, you know, meticulous about keeping track of John Wick's gunshots, stabbings, knifings, pencilings, you know, whatever he's been doing. They get very into that so that they, you know, he's just the detail of everything that goes on with him. Just crazy. So that's the other one that I'm really, really looking forward to. Keanu Reeves is, again, another great guy. Just as a guy, the things that, I mean, you read on Wikipedia and stuff and know all the things that he's been through his life and stuff, that he still has a good attitude and everything with, you know, doing movies and helping people and things like that. And he's down to earth. He still rides the subway in New York, you know, things like that. So it's pretty cool. If there's somewhere in the, so do they actually have it? Stories. I think it's in the end of the trailer somewhere. So that you can, if you haven't done it already, go and, I guess it's not in this one. So you text to, maybe it's this one. This must be the new one here. Yeah. So text John Wick to 91099, and then they will send you messages and back and forth. You'll be able to get some information ahead of time, get to trailers, get to images and things before everybody else. So the first John Wick movie, they did have a kind of a text adventure. You could go and say, are you going to be able to be here? Yeah, okay, then don't give any of this information away. You know, it was kind of a text adventure that they went through that you could kind of hook in with the Continental, right? It was pretty cool. The other thing I did notice that here, when they're walking down the stairs, that she says, Angelica Houston's character says, "You did all this for a puppy," and he says, "No, not just for a puppy." But she's not actually saying puppy; she's actually saying bitch. So I don't know what's going on there. That's not actually the conversation that they're giving us. Is not the conversation that's actually happening. All right. So a lot of things in that, I think, that we're being teased and twisted around on that we're not actually seeing as of yet. So that's another one. All right. Well, this has just been a test of, you know, streaming to make sure it's all working. It looks like it's going good. So I may set up and schedule actually some actual live streams and start doing some live streams in the future, just to cover what's going on. I mean, and I will be doing some live streaming from the El Capitan Theater after we get our tickets and everything, and maybe in between movies, probably step out and live stream. And if there's like special guest appearances by different actors and everything, then I'll probably step out after those or before, in between everything, and kind of live stream what happened and who was there and what went on and stuff like that. So that should be pretty fun. So looking forward to that. So I'm going to end this here, but if you see this later on, thanks for watching. I do videos about movies and TV things that I like. I do videos about photography, and I do videos about technology things, kind of my day job stuff that I also cover. Those I probably won't do in a live stream. Those are more like an instructional thing, just to get information out there. Today's technology resume is more it's more oriented toward you kind of have to prove that you're doing the things that you're doing with either a blog or YouTube channel or something like that. So that's what I have to do for work and things like that. But I also want to do everything else like this. All right, so thanks for watching, and take care.